What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Littleroot Lessons, episode 291. Did you miss me? It's been a while, Carl.
So yeah, it's been a little bit. I don't know if anybody missed anybody, because according to like the YouTube stuff, the videos where I'm by myself do better than everything else. So,
I mean, yeah. If you all hate me, just let me know. Just remember, I'm like the Emperor. Your booze will make me stronger.
Yep.
So, what did I miss?
The Frankfurt team, that one is really good. It's been everywhere. It's kind of like just like the new default team. And then there's two versions of Rain now: New Rain and Slow Rain. And then
Slow Rain's that's just like the Sinistra stuff.
Yeah,
that
the
Okay.
Slow Rain is like the Sinistra regular Ursaluna version, and then the New Rain is the James Evan like Scarf Pelipper style stuff.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people were switching to Scarf Pelipper, even if they weren't using the whims on the little bits of Pittsburgh I was able to watch.
Yeah.
So for those of you who didn't know where I was on my honeymoon, very delayed honeymoon / 1 year anniversary trip last year. The past week and a half. Got home the evening of like Pittsburgh day one, and I was just way too tired. I watched I think 2 rounds in the airport before hopping on the plane home, and then I was like, oh, Choppa won.
Yeah. The other things you missed, there was a really cool Espathra team.
Yeah, I see that. We're looking at VR right now, and I see that.
And then Hariyama almost won a regional.
I did also see the Hariyama team. I know Matt Teed, I haven't been able to watch it. He did a team report. I don't know if it was in conjunction with Tub or not, but I know he put a team report out there. He had the Hariyama Prim popping up.
I believe it's just a solo team report.
Okay. Oh, even better. Might give that a look. And I also saw that apparently Blaziken Baxcalibur has been popping up every now and again. I think it won like a VR. It's like a big Japanese ladder team. So yeah, a lot of really cool teams to appear. Now this week I did play some Mons. I had 2 locals. We're not going to talk about them. But yeah, I had 2 locals. And apparently not playing Pokemon for like 3 weeks because you're getting ready for a massive vacation and then being on said vacation. Kind of have to play to do well.
Yeah. We also had our own little ladder thing this past week on Thursday or whatever it was.
It was on
that with 4 matches played total.
I believe it was on Thursday. Congratulations to Hush for winning. And we're just starting this off at the top of the episode, but I'll mention it at the end as well. We will be hosting another one of these ladder tournaments to help prep for the second GC if you can sign up for it.
I'm about to say, if you can get in there, yeah.
Yes, and the reason why, if you don't mind, we'll just start on some of the news that we have from this week. Of course, as announced, we have the second GC coming up this weekend, but we also have this new tournament, the Terrestrial Crescendo Online Competition. This is a doubles tournament where the sign-up period has already opened and is open until Sunday, October 12th. Then the following Thursday, so I believe that would be the 17th of October, the 16th of October, which is also the release date of ZA, so they didn't think that through that much. Or at least they're giving people who aren't getting ZA something to do.
Maybe that might be a little bit better of an option, but I believe it's just going to be, oops, it all kind of falls the same time.
Yeah, pretty much. One of the things, so this tournament, it's a special tournament where you're allowed to bring a special restricted Pokemon, but it can only be Miraidon or Koraidon. So with that being said, one of the other things that's not mentioned here, it is a bring 6. It's a bring 6 pick 2 format as well, and one of those 2 Pokemon must be Miraidon or Koraidon, and you can't pick both. So you could pretty much, the way you would build for this is you would have both Miraidon and Koraidon on your team, and then you'd have like 2 Sun Mons and 2 Quark Drive Mons, do Miraidon, Bundle, Hands, Koraidon, Flutter, something else.
The way this reads is it's just a team. You're just bringing a team of 2.
The way it read to me was you were able to bring 6 in, and it's
The
you're
way
only using
it
2 in
literally
battle.
says right here, you'll take a team of just 2 Pokemon.
Well, if they're only locking in 2 Pokemon, then I'm wrong. Regardless, the issue and what we were joking about before with the GC. So they put this up, and now you can't sign up for the GC.
Yeah, you're kind of just stuck, which is disappointing.
I don't know if they're going to fix it. I really hope they do. A lot of people don't sign up for the GC immediately because you have to lock your team in at the moment you sign up. So if you're trying to build your team or figure out what you're going to play, maybe you were waiting to see what happened in VR this weekend, you weren't going to lock in until Wednesday, maybe even Thursday morning, and now you just can't. So
yeah,
hopefully you can lock in, but if you still want practice for the GC, even if you aren't planning on playing in it, we're going to have, I'll probably be posting the code to enter the next live event, or next ladder event tonight. And if you're listening to this, you can just go into our Discord server, into the announcements, and you'll be able to see the code right there for you to enter and play some Reg H with us all. So
it sure would have been nice if they had tied the shinies to this and you just get the shinies for participating in the event instead of putting out 50 to 100 codes at your game stops and then they just all aren't there anymore.
Yeah,
it sure would have been nice.
Would have been really nice. One of the issue, and that's another bad news issue that is coming out this week. The codes for the legendary bike dragons, the shinies were put out. They were released the same exact day as the Mega Evolution TCG set. I got really lucky where I not only was able to get the codes, but I also was able to get packs of Pokemon cards on launch day for the first time in well over a year, I think, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think the last time I got like cards relatively close to launch is when I got the box of Terrassal Storm from TPCI for their fantasy competition. But yeah, I got really lucky. A lot of other people didn't. For some reason, they only handed out 50 codes in America.
Per GameStop?
Yep, per GameStop. And I know for a fact as well, a lot of you were saying that one of your local GameStops was, even though the code's free, they weren't handing the code to you unless you bought something.
Yeah, unless you made a purchase, you weren't getting it, which it said in the original thing, it's like no purchase necessary. So immediately that's a red flag. The other big issue was most of these went to the people who were buying TCG who didn't even necessarily have the game. And so now they're selling them on eBay for $50 to $100 pop. And I'm a little peeved because I literally called my GameStop that afternoon. They didn't have any more.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. It's
at the point where I sent a ticket to Nintendo, to Pokemon. I sent a support ticket to them to let them know, hey, your system fucking sucks.
Yeah. I know
Tony. There's a million ways they could have done this.
Tony tweeted at GameStop about this, and GameStop said that they would take everything seriously, but you have to have proof. And it's really tough to have proof about this. I heard about other stores where some of my the local stores from where I grew up in Rhode Island, those GameStops, the workers just said, yeah, we just handed the stack to the first person who asked. We're like, cool. If you're a European listener,
there were people getting them before they even were supposed to have them out because they were hitting eBay 2 days before they were supposed to be dropped. So, because apparently what has happened is GameStop got the codes ahead of time. Obviously you want to get them there before the actual day of the event, but there were GameStops handing them out the Monday before, the Tuesday before.
Yeah.
And they were hitting eBay pretty much immediately. You could buy them on Wednesday, from eBay. You just couldn't use them yet because they wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's just so the thing that really broke my heart, and again, I got really lucky where the GameStop I'm at is in a very, 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 very dead strip mall in a quote unquote city, using that term loosely because technically it's a city, but if you've actually been to a city, you would know it's not a city. That people are afraid of to go to in Northern Rhode Island because everyone around there is just a pansy who's never been to an actual place before. And so I got really lucky in the sense of like this is a GameStop pretty much no one goes to, and I was able to get my both the TCG cards, which I completely forgot about, and my code card about an hour and a half, 2 hours after the store opened.
Mhm.
And when I left the store, like they had people like in line, mostly just managed, so there wasn't like a huge crowd of people. And in line behind me as I left, I saw there was a family with like two young kids. And I saw the kids run in the store, and like the little girl, like she grabbed like this Vaporeon plush the size of her, and I could see how happy they were. And my thought though was like, with the scalping and everything, like you're taking away the opportunities for like the next generation to actually enjoy Pokemon.
Yeah,
to get
that's the sucky part about
yeah,
all this.
And that's the thing that like really like breaks my heart with it. Like they offered me more codes. I only like well they offered me one more code. I said no, and then apparently all my friends were like, try getting another one. And then we went back and I was like, hey, can I actually get that one more? And they're like, LOL, no, we're out.
Like it's already all gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck. Sorry.
Yeah, but now
it's
just
a crappy situation. It sucks that I'm kind of interested to see like if they're still listing them on eBay.
I'm curious to see, and I know one of the other things in Europe, apparently, the way that they don't do like the scratch off code card. They just print out a receipt or like a piece of paper with the code on it. So I don't know if like if there's European players in the community want to confirm or deny whether or not that's the case.
I know Europe gets theirs printed on a thing.
Okay, so
like that's how they handle it. It's just it's printed on the receipt.
Yeah. Not to like volunteer any of our European listeners near a GameStop or wherever they're doing. I think it's still GameStop in Europe, or is it EB Games? EB Games is,
I think, is
whichever game store it is. If you want to grab a few if you want to grab a few codes for some of your American friends, they would definitely appreciate it. And that would be very good if you can do that.
Yeah, currently looking on eBay right now, I haven't found one for less than $35.
That's so bad.
There's hundreds of them on eBay right now. Like I'm scrolling through and I am just seeing stacks of them on eBay.
Yeah,
which is awful.
Yeah, and I know that they didn't they clearly weren't saying like, oh, this code card goes with the TCG pack. But I also think in terms of like GameStop, if you don't know, the workers probably were like, oh, well, this is a promo that goes together.
The average GameStop employee doesn't even care.
Oh, they're also
they don't get paid to care. No. Like their manager said, here, hand these out as people come in. I'm like, okay, and they just hand them out to whoever. The faster they get rid of them, it's one less thing they have to worry about.
Yeah,
it sucks. I'm probably just gonna find somebody who's cloning them, and I'm just gonna get mine that way.
Yep, I know that's been talked about, and also and honestly, like I'm thinking of it, we might not even. When's the next time we'll even use restricted Pokemon? Hopefully not for a long time.
Probably next year, or probably next year.
So like, before we get into like the VR, like, and this was just something I was talking to Tony about on Saturday, just trying to like see where the games are. Like my thought process, or at least like a guess on how they could do it, is like Champions is like Megas, and then maybe like Megas plus Terra through Worlds. And like one of the other things that they can do is like when Gen 10 comes out, they could still do competitive on Champions, but just set.
I caught it.
Okay, good. I was about to. Both of us were
about to cry.
Yeah. Then like they can just set the Champions like rule set to just match the regional decks for whatever Gen 10 is. That's just my guess, but yeah, I can also see a world where we're using.
That's if we even get a Gen 10 game next year.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're absolutely right. We could not.
with the way it sounds like they're wanting to treat ZA, which that's the other news thing we never really got to talk about. We got a lot of information about new megas and how rank battles are going to work. I never got to cover it because I had doubleheader for.
Let's do that.
Doubleheader weekend into Pittsburgh, so I literally just had nothing to talk about.
So, have you even talked about the Pokopia or whatever it is?
Which we talked about. We talked about that. Yeah, we've talked about that. But it's like
I think
that's more of a we haven't focused about like on ZA because ZA is coming up. It is fast approaching.
Yeah,
we got our last trailer / chance to play the like demos at events this past week. Like IGN put out their final like video for it before release, and they talked about a whole bunch of stuff that way. They confirmed that we're having online ranked battles for rewards through ZA.
So I think the online ranked was confirmed post World, but the fact that like rewards like that were not
ZA is no longer a Legends game. It is almost approaching full blown mainline game with a Legends.
It's way closer to So let me just share this instead. Oakley Dokley. Where are you? So we were going to talk about VR, maybe we will, but yeah, this is way cooler and way more fun. Actually, my Amanda just ordered my Switch 2 plus ZA bundle, so hopefully that'll be coming on launch day. Honestly, it doesn't even matter because I have to run a town.
It'll probably be I would imagine it'd be either right there or maybe just a day late. Usually they're pretty good about getting that stuff though.
The Friday, Saturday, I have to run an entire festival for a town because I am in charge of everything. That's the other thing that killed me. I had to go get a restaurant, finalize a restaurant and a menu for a wine tasting this week. Kids, don't turn 30. Don't grow up.
Don't grow up. I'm already past 30. Don't grow up.
Don't do it. Okay, so let's first start.
So we know that we've got a bunch of new megas. We got to see Mega Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut.
A moment. I think if we go here,
one of them.
Yep, we can see. Yep. So we'll go through. So Mega Chestnut, Delphox, and Mega Greninja were confirmed. I'll just go through mon by mon. Chestnut first. Its hardened armor boasts high defensive capabilities. When Mega Chestnut moves to attack, this armor becomes a powerful weapon, which is used to smash opponents. You're keeping your grass fighting typing. So I'll just mention this now. I really, really like how the Gen 6 starter Megas, the color palette is very similar to their shiny forms.
Yeah, I'm about to say, the shiny color palettes are there for the Megas on almost all of them. Which is
I really nice. Like this.
You get kind of blends of both parts. Yeah, just like the regular coloration and then the shiny coloration. I believe they all keep their normal typings throughout the Mega Evo. The big thing about them is their Mega Stones are only available through the ranked battle mode for each season.
This is Delphox. Yep. You see the Delphox over here.
You get like the reds and the purples and
that
whatnot.
All purple, almost black. Okay, so I'm just going to say I think Greninja looks kind of dumb with it being like upside down.
It's the ninja thing. Like
I know it's the ninja thing.
It's a ninja frog. Like it's just what it is.
I don't know.
It's not always upside down. It's just when it travels, it prefers to travel on the Shuriken, which it's upside down because they have to make it edgy and cool because it's a mega
helicopter frog looking thing. It does have like I believe the headwear here that's kind of like similar-ish to Ash Greninja, Rip Ash Greninja. Never seen that again.
Nope, never gonna see that again. It's got like I said, it's a blend of the colorations of the shinies and the normal version because it's got the blue on the feet and the arms, but the black from the shiny and the legs and the torso. They're all cool designs. I'm not mad at any of them. People are a little peeved that like you got to play the ranked mode, so that means you got to buy Nintendo Switch Online. I'm like, you don't. If you want to get them that day, like that month, yeah. Like if you're not
Yes.
worried about it, don't worry about it.
Yep. So this is where it says here. Mega Stones required to Mega Evolve Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja can be obtained from the ZA Battle Club as rewards for battling other trainers in online ranked. We don't know how many, if you have to hit a specific rank, if it's just similar to the GC rewards where it's like just play 3 battles, so on and so forth. It does say that the ranked battles offer 3 types of rewards: battles obtainable after each, promotions obtainable upon rising rank, and season rewards, which vary by rank obtainable by the end of each season. So actually, the way that this kind of reads, it's probably going to be like the, hey, hit the equivalent of Master Ball, whatever that's, whether that's ranked A or whatever, and then you'll be able to get it. And again, as of right now, these can only be obtained by promoting the ranks. Season 1 is Greninja. Season 2 is Delphox. Season 3 is Chestnut. And as
then
you can
we get
note,
more as we go forward.
And as you can also note that they're just putting the date or the schedule as following Season 1 or following Season 2. So we don't know how long or when, or if there will be any other Pokemon with Mega Stones locked behind the ranked battle.
There probably will be.
I hope not too many, but yeah.
Well, so with this being a more casual Pokemon style game, like this is not, like I said, this is not the VGC battle game, so they don't have to give you everything all at the start like they usually try to do for us for VGC. They will try to they're going to probably try to keep you as interested as long as possible. And so if they put Mega Stones behind the ranked battle system for a lot of the new Megas, well, guess what? You're going to be wanting to play those to get the new Megas. That's just good marketing. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
People are mad about it. I don't really care. Eventually, like, I'm going to play the game regardless, and I'm going to get these things regardless. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, I think playing the locals, and I love going to my locals. I love my local community. We had so many new players this past week at events, and it's just like
first
amazing.
Local is October 18th.
Damn.
And then we don't even have times for anything after that. That is where we're at. It has gotten to the point where it's just like it's not for lack of trying. We're like our organizers trying to get stuff figured out. It's that places are no longer willing to host us. Because again, we don't bring any money in. It's not a bring in and like buy more packs, buy other like products kind of things. It's you get the $10 entry fee and we take up your space for 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to have a lot of spaces around here that are able to do that. Even if it's something like when we go to Pawtucket, they'll have on their they'll do their TCG challenge and VGC challenge in the same night. And yeah, like, are we in like a smaller corner off to the side? Sure, but they still are. We're still able to get the space in to be able to do that. The store, actually, what's funny, the store closest to me where we had our challenge on Saturday doesn't have a they don't have a TCG judge or anything, so their only Pokemon is VGC. And it was like talking about like just finding a place and just getting lucky. The store is only like a year and a half old, and they just had nothing scheduled for Saturday mornings and afternoons.
Yeah,
they have a massive what's the Disney card game, Lorcana. They do like a massive Lorcana thing at 5:00 on Saturdays, but they were like, yeah, if you finish before 5:00, you have the whole day and the whole store, which is just absolutely insane. Like that, we were able to get that.
Which is surprising because most places do their Pokemon on like Saturday. Saturday is Pokemon Day for most places.
The big thing is they don't have a TCG judge, and I've looked for them, And right now, like our TCG side, everyone's just maxed out, and it's probably because they're already working so many stores or around so many stores as it is. Adding another one's tough for them. So I'm not going to complain about having the VGC, pretty much a VGC only store. But yeah, one of the other things that we saw with news that no one expected, that had a lot of the megas, if you've paid attention, they've been leaked.
If you go digging hard enough, you can find all the what we're gonna call base game megas.
Yes,
you'll be able to find them. That's not hard.
Yeah, not at all. We're not going to tell you where to look, but like, if you want to see it, you could see it.
You can go find them. It's not hard. But
what we didn't see coming, this is new. A DLC, so you could
for a game that's not released.
So you can purchase the DLC ahead of time, and it won't let you play the DLC. It'll just give you sort of like a pre-order.
It gives you cosmetic bonuses.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it for now.
The story and what you see here, we'll get to these fellas in a moment. So what we can see here is that we can expand your Lumio City adventure and dive deeper into the world of Pokemon Legends ZA with this downloadable comment. Mega Dimension, the story being called Mega Dimension. It includes new Holo X and Holo Y apparel items that can be used right away, along with additional story that you can enjoy after completing ZA's main story. The pre-orders, of course, are available now, but you can go and get it whenever. So the overall story is that Hoopa's little rings come out, and you can go to hyperspace Lumios with your friends on Team MZ. Don't know what they're doing yet.
This is their version of Arceus's temporal shift time zone, like things in the map. Like this is the same kind of version of it, except now it's a DLC.
And there's also new megas, which where are they? New. Let me go to the news. So they have Hoopa holds the key. So this is the first one. They're saying that Hoopa holds the key to this story. This is one of the things that Legends Arceus did as well, was it gave you the ability to capture the mythical Pokemon of Gen 4 in their games. Yeah. I'd like to see, my guess is that this is how we're going to get the mythical Pokemon, or some of the mythical Pokemon of Generation 6, that being Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion.
Diancie and Volcanion would be the big ones to be able to get a hold of. They were the ones that it's like, those are really hard for players to get.
Yeah, especially Volcanion.
Hoopa is pretty accessible still.
Yeah.
And then Magearna obviously is also very accessible.
Oh, Magearna's Gen 7.
I know, but it's the one in between, and so people associate it with both.
Yeah. But this is the cool. Screw Hoopa. This was the cool. I saw this in my hotel because I woke up. It was like when the direct came out. It was the first morning. Amanda and I were in Seattle, so I woke up at 6 a.m. Seattle time, and it just clicked in my head. Oh wait, there's a direct on. So while Amanda was sleeping, I just I'm like, I'll just watch this. I was so hyped.
These two are definitely cool. They, in my head, it's just both the megas are kind of weird. They feel very like, oh, this is Pikachu with this thing, and this is Raichu with this thing.
They take a lot of elements from the leaked Gorochu artwork.
Some elements, yeah. Like the facial features for Mega Raichu X kind of lean into what we saw for Gorochu. The coloration and fur patterns for Y kind of fit that same thing, but they also kind of are just it's a Pikachu with a Raichu tail and a Raichu with bigger tails. It's just kind of how it works. I believe they're both confirmed just regular electric, right? Yeah.
Yep, we see it right here. So Raichu X, mono electric. To just read the text, it floats using electromagnetism and concentrates electricity into its fists. The repulsion from the electromagnetic force generated by its two tails allow it to float as it moves. Its ample subcutaneous fat can store up electric energy. letting it maintain a high electrical output and heightening its defensive capabilities. Using electromagnetism to propel itself swiftly through the air, it can take down opponents several times its size with a single blow of electrically charged fists. It bears a distinctive resemblance to regular Raichu. So, I know when this was announced, we were trying to figure out like what it means. I believe that, I think we're both kind of on the same page here, Mega Raichu X is going to be a physical attacker.
Yeah, Mega Raichu X is going to punch you, which stays in line with all of the other X Megas.
Being physical.
It's the physical punchy one.
Yep.
And all the Y ones are the fast special cool ones that people are going to actually probably use.
I do think, now the thing that I'm curious about Mega Raichu X is I think one of the things that'll really help it is Mega Raichu gets Volt Tackle, which is just, in the grand scheme of things, significantly better Wild Charge.
Yeah.
And having that level of physical damage is going to be amazing. Again, depending on its stat spreading at all. I also think ability-wise, they keep on mentioning it floats with the magnetism of its tails. I think this is going to have Levitate as an ability, and effectively through that, no weakness.
Which but as we've seen with other Pokemon, it doesn't really actually matter that much.
It doesn't,
sometimes.
But like, if the stats are there, because I think the big thing with Electros, which has that, sadly, it just low-key sucks stat-wise. If it has Levitate and also a base 150-something attack stat, someone's going to figure it out somehow. Whether it'll be top tier or not, who can say? But I think
you could if you're bulky enough, you're fine. But it's just like, I don't think these are going to be bulky enough. Is the problem? Like, Electros currently has Electros has a higher base stat total than Raichu does, like, just in general. And so Mega Raichu probably isn't going to go nutso all crazy. I would imagine it's just going to get boosts to its physical attack and probably its physical defense, and maybe some extra points in some other spots just to pad out to that mega base stat total that they want to get to. It's just even if you give it Levitate, I just don't think it's going to do enough for it as a mega.
well, this is sadly like something like, I'm curious. This is a mon where
we also won't know anything about this. Until mega abilities until champions, honestly, because we won't be able to have access to that stuff on ZA because they don't have abilities in ZA.
So if I do remember correctly from when Legends came out, they did, in the data mine of Arceus, all of the new Hisuian mons did have abilities within the data mine. They just weren't present in the game itself. And I think it's because of they have to have that information there when they transfer to home.
Yeah, it depends on how soon we get access to all that stuff.
Yeah, and of course, and as also to just throw it out there, like, that info did change. I don't believe Hisuian Arcanine had Intimidate as its ability. And
I don't remember.
I think it didn't show a bit Intimidate, and of course, like with a Pokemon like Hisuian Samurott, they didn't show Sharpness because Sharpness didn't exist as an ability.
Yeah, we didn't have that yet, and then we got it, and then it's great.
The other one, Mega Raichu Y, if you want to moving here. This one,
it's Pikachu with a Raichu tail and horns.
Mega Raichu Y's greatest strength is its ability to unleash its power instantaneously, so it excels in short, decisive battles. Can't read. Not going to beat those allegations. The amount of electricity it can generate in the electric sacs on its cheeks have been powered up. The energy generated in these cheek pouches is amplified as it courses in a zigzag pattern between its tail and spiky horn-like fur on its head, letting it unleash powerful electric-type moves. All this electric energy gives it a wild and combative temperament, causing it to eschew tactical maneuvers in favor of straightforward approach to battling. It bears a distinctive resemblance to Pikachu. TLDR, you like hyper offense, buddy?
Yeah, but so you want a glass cannon? This is it. This is probably going to just spam Thunder and Thunderbolt at people.
Yeah,
and you're going to be sad.
Do you want Gen 8 Regieleki at home?
Welcome.
Here you go, buddy.
Here you go. Like
right here.
Here's a Regieleki but it's a Mega Evo. That's pretty much what this is going to be, probably.
No,
I would imagine that this is going to be boost to special attack, probably boost to speed, drops in defenses.
It's going to get some crazy speed stat,
and it's just going to punch people. I don't think it's going to be Regieleki fast, but it's going to be faster. It's probably. I imagine it probably hits like either the 150 or like either hits close to CSR or just under it, probably.
Yeah. No, I think I could see a world where depending on what's legal when and what else is added, I can see a world where it's like in the Mega Evolution Champions format that this Pokemon's legal in, it'll be the fastest viable like base stat mod. Which, yeah, I can definitely see that being the case. Honestly, both of these Pokemon, both X and Y, like the other Megas, Malamar, Victory Bell, Dragonite, like cool, fine, nice, Hawlucha, but like they hadn't really like intrigued me of would I want to use them, without knowing their stats or anything. These two Pokemon, I'm immediately so in on just the idea of them. One of the things I really like with both of these Pokemon as well is I like the idea of Mega Pokemon that are not just immediately click funny button, go into Mega mode, but also Pokemon that are useful outside of being like Raichu. Overall, it's definitely had many pockets of being useful in its competitive lifetime. It's all like having Lightning Rod as a base ability to support options like Fake Out, Helping Hand, like Mega. You can just use it as your redirection mon, and then maybe if your opponent, they have their own Mega Raichu on the other side, you got to start playing a game. Can I click the electric type attack into my opponent's Mega Raichu, or with my opponent's Raichu on the field? Are they going to Mega Evolve and try to take a KO? Are they just going to stay safe and keep their partner safe by keeping Lightning Rod active? I can see that just overall thing being just a really interesting way to use that Pokemon, which a lot of other Megas, in the grand scheme of things, you're clicking the button the second they hit. You're not keeping. The only way you're keeping like a Pokemon like Mega Metagross on the field, or Metagross on the field, is if you absolutely are sure they're swapping in and Intimidate that turn.
Yeah.
No, even then it switches then Mega Evolve, right? Or is it Mega Evolve then switches?
I haven't played in a Mega format in a very long time,
either.
so I don't remember. They've also changed things since then, so I have no clue.
But like
we'll find out in Champions.
Yes, because what I'm thinking of is like for like Metagross, the only
this will be the first time. Is this the first time? No, dynamic speed for Megas. Did we have dynamic speed?
Technically,
in Gen 7?
kind of, sort of, not really. What they had, so Sun and Moon, they had.
I remember dynamic speeding was a big thing for us going into Gen 8, but I don't remember if we had it with Megas.
Megas technically were the first dynamic speed. I'm actually, again, bringing up Metagross again. In Gen 7, if you Mega Evolved, the turn order would now be ordered using the Mega Evolved Pokemon speed stat instead of the...
That's how it should be. Yeah, that's how it should be, because Mega Evolves happen before moves would go off.
In Gen 6, though, it was based on the turn order was set before Mega Evolving. So even if you Mega Evolved your Metagross and it gained 40 some odd speed points or whatever it was, 30 to 40, it would still act as its base 80? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
60.
So
I think it's 60. I think it's by 60.
It would act slow. So this is our first with like dynamic speed in
70.
terms.
We were both wrong. It's 70.
It's 70. And we're right in the middle. But this will be the first time we can use it in terms of like dynamic pranks or tailwind.
Yeah, like that's kind of where I'm at. Is just like this will be the first time where it's just like dynamic speeding is a thing, and it will affect how some Megas interact with each other and how things work.
Which I also think is just generally going to be really neat.
I'll be honest, dynamic speeding was probably one of the best changes they've done to Pokemon, hands down.
Yeah, yes and no. I will. I can agree.
I
think
don't see a world where it's ever you could go back and play like normal Pokemon like that
you
again.
absolutely can't. I think and again it's and I think it's just this is just a viability thing, and I'm saying this now where at our events the best Tailwind Pokemon is Dragonite, who isn't a dynamic speed Tailwind setter at all or Prankster Tailwind setter. However, I do think in a general sense of things, Prankster Tailwind does make those like Mons like significantly more valuable. But we're also we're playing in the format right now where the best like Tailwind setter isn't a Prankster Mon. It's like your two most common Tailwind setters are Pelipper, who actually dropped Tailwind with the Scarf set, and Dragonite. So who can say?
I'm about to say I think the Dragonite. Calling Dragonite a Tailwind setter feels not really like fair, because it's more of Dragonite wants to click Scale Shot. It just happens to be a Pokemon that learns Tailwind, and so you just are going to try to find a way to have other things to do with your Dragonite when your Scale Shot isn't doing something. And so this Scale Shot Dragonite would still be played without Tailwind, is pretty much what I'm trying to get at. Like, you would still see Dragonite with Scale Shot and loaded dice. It would just be doing other things instead of Tailwind if it didn't have access to Tailwind. It's not like a Tailwind's not like Whimsicott, where you're playing Whimsicott because it sets Tailwind, or you're playing Talonflame because it sets Tailwind. Whereas Dragonite, if it didn't have access to Tailwind, it would still see play. If you take Tailwind away from Whimsicott or Talonflame or something, you're not playing this Pokemon.
No. But yeah, overall, I think I'm just super excited in general to see these two Pokemon. I'm excited to see what other...
You're probably going to have to wait till, like, March.
Do you think it's going to be that long?
Yeah, I think it's going to be that long.
Okay, I was thinking.
Here's how it's going to work. You can get the game in October. Yep. And so they're going to give you probably that 5-month window to play through for everyone, because guess what? Not everybody's going to get this on launch. They're going to want you to be able to get it on Christmas, and they're going to want you to be able to do the holiday thing, and you're going to want to be able to give you time to play through all that. And then we're going to be able to do Champions and the Mega Dimension all at the same time, because they want to have access to all the Megas for Worlds and do whatever, because we're going to be playing with most of these. They want to give you all the Megas they can at Worlds.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? And so the more Megas they can give you, the better. We're going to play with Champions for 3 months or whatever, 4 months. And then we'll be in a Mega Dimension and probably off to the races for the rest of that format after Pokemon Day, or in March, April sometime.
Yeah, right now we're like well over 40. I'm looking at this Bulbapedia article. It's barely loading. It says that we're at 46 megas. I don't know if that also includes these, like, the megas here, like the
ones that we're getting. Megas. I will be completely honest. Of those megas that we currently have, only a handful of them are going to be playable.
Like, well, that's what I'm saying. But like
that's the worst part.
You probably have, yeah, and even then with these new megas, so we're getting, we know the exact number we're getting in the first game. We don't know how many we're getting. We're getting at least 2 more on top of that. But with the undetermined number of megas, like, let's just say even if like 5 are good, like that, or like really playable, like, it does suck. However, it also just adds to the overall playable pool. I think if we can get to a total pool of, call it, like,
I can guarantee you what's going to end up happening is the ones that are good in this one are going to push other ones out of the what's good and what's good.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's going to always still be probably like 7 to 8 no matter what. And
I think if you can get to like 10 to 12. And here's the other thing that I'm thinking of, like, and this is you're looking at like building with megas. Yes, it's similar to restricted Pokemon. We have a lot, but only
many are going to actually be playable, and like you're not doing well. You're not going to an event and playing at full power if you're taking like Kyurem base form to an event. Right?
Yeah.
Like you're not playing wholeheartedly. You're just playing with whatever to play with whatever. So if you walk up with what
Mega
megas aren't great.
Heracross.
Yeah, mega. Yeah, you walk up with Mega Heracross or something, and you're just not doing anything with it. I was just like, yeah, you have access to this mega, but you're not actually competing. You're just there to play Pokemon and give points away.
So I think one of the things though that I do like about the whole thing with megas, or just at least like, because it is a reg, you could call it like a single restricted-esque way. Well, I think that the major difference is, first of all, like, you aren't completely screwed if your mega goes down the way that you are with your restricted. And I think like the other thing is that in the tier of usable megas, I think the delta isn't as great between mega Pokemon, like what you would think of as the tier, like the number 1 to 3 mega Pokemon isn't like immensely better than call the 8th best mega compared to what it is with restricted formats. For example, going back to the last like non-restricted mega format, 2018 VGC, Mega Manectric Balance was a very solid team. And yes, you were using Mega Manectric. Was it as good as like a Mega Gardevoir Balance or a Mega Gengar Balance? No. But it was still a very, very legitimate team. It did well at many tournaments, and it was very solid. The delta between those two teams, or the teams built around those two megas, wasn't as great as, let's just go to series like Reg G. If you're bringing Terapagos in a single restricted format, when you can bring a Bike or Calyrex, sure. Could you win? Hypothetically. Do you need
I don't feel like that
schedule?
analogy works great because
I think
the single Terapagos was actually like
okay. Groudon.
There you go.
That's another one. Yeah, Terapagos, but like more so, it's even the Terapagos teams that did well later on. A lot of it was okay. Well, this Terapagos player dodged every single Koraidon. Or those early Koraidon teams from like Reg G Part 1 when they were rocking a really cool 20% win rate into Calyrex Ice. And it was, okay, so this Koraidon team won. Oh yes, it literally did not play CIR. And also, if you just played a Miraidon, oh my god, your day would be so much easier. And I think like that's the other thing with these, with the megas, like the delta between the two aren't as great. Now, of course, again, if you're rocking up with Mono Steel, Mega Aggron, or like Mega Houndoom, you do you, buddy. Like that's on you. If you want to go play like not even like base Kyurem, like Kyurem Black.
Mega Aggron might actually be decent now with Filter and Body Press, just saying.
Oh my god, it gets... Yeah, you're right, Body Press didn't exist.
Body Press didn't exist back then. So, like I said, everything changes in this going to Champions. We don't know. Like, we're not going to actually know what's good or bad, but I can tell you that the pool is going to still probably be 7 to 8 good Pokemon, and then the rest are going to get pushed out. That's just how Pokemon works. Is this?
Yep.
When you have a polarizing mechanic like that, it's these ones are good and the rest is bad. The rest is just filler. Because they have to make more than that many, otherwise, why would you make them at all?
Yeah. No, overall, though, I feel like this is... Like, I'm excited. It's something new. We haven't been able to play with Megas, and at least some of the Pokemon...
I'm still not excited about Megas. I'm excited about playing ZA as just like a new game.
I'm excited, but I think I just need something new. Like I need something new to feel something. I don't know. That's just me.
But
as I say,
overall, like I am very anti Megas. I think Megas as a mechanic was very, very bad. Like it is the casual Timmy Gold, and that's where Pokemon's going to make their money because every casual fan in the Sun is going to go nuts for all these Megas and all this extra Megas content, and it's going to drive sales crazy high, and people are gonna buy whatever and do whatever because they're just trained to do that. And I think ZA overall is going to be a good game. I just don't think Megas competitively for VGC is going to be great. It's just going to be more or less a repeat of those years before where we had Megas. And unless you're adding in extra caveats like Terra to where you can adjust some things and do do terrestrialization with it and kind of change the game a little bit more, it's just going to be kind of a lot of boring, the same.
Oh, I need something new.
Because
And
here's the other thing about Megas in general. Megas still had national decks. They had everything. And we're probably not getting everything going into Champions at the start. And so Megas are going to be even focused on more than they would be normally because we have less Pokemon to play with. So your Mega choice is going to be a whole lot more just based on the fact that there are less Pokemon overall to play with. And it's just going to be a very centralized, homogenized. These are the teams that are good. This is what you're going to play. If you're playing anything outside of these probably 7 or 8 teams, you're probably not going to be competing very well.
I mean, even having 7 to 8 teams is I think a pretty nice meta. I think that like 7 to 8 to me is healthy, where it's not like Wild West.
I liked being able to metagame and create and build, and you'll get people like what we saw at Pittsburgh with the Hariyama and whatnot, and that's really cool. That's what I like. I like having the capability to do that in team building and have cool things and have cool unique stuff like that. And Megas kind of takes all of that away because it's very protect the king / queen, doing stuff with your Mega. You said losing your Mega early is like not as impactful. I think it's going to be very impactful in this format.
Not as impactful as what losing your restricted is in Red G.
I think it's going to be very impactful in early champions. It's gonna matter a whole lot more than you think with the overall power level of what we're probably getting.
Well, we will find out. But as I said, while I want to feel something new,
I don't know if we have time for this.
What time are we at now?
We're already at an hour. I don't know if we have time for this. TLDR, the Frankfurt team's really, really good. You should play it.
Yeah, this. So see, I missed it. This nuts. Love it. Yawn Blood Moon, great. Nuts,
go check out the episode I did for Frankfurt. I covered this and I probably spent 20 minutes talking about this team, I think, because there were so many cool things going on with this squad.
Shout out Zach Weed, 8th place, New England's Boy Wonder. Buddy was looking to see if he could sneak into the cup today, and then sent the LOL JK, never mind, just cut VR.
Let's see here. What else? What other teams are there? There's the Slow Rain with Sinistra. There's the New Rain, James Evan Rain team. They're in 3rd, and then the other.
This?
The team that the Espathra team. Yeah, this team. It was in Frankfurt.
This is heat.
Yeah, this team looks cool on paper and it sometimes does cool stuff, but then does other times where it's just like, oh, my Espathra got crit and I died. I can't expanding force the Incineroar in front of me. Oops, I'm going to die.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking. I get that. I agree. Still, heat, fire, love it.
Okay, I actually beat the pants off this team with James Evans team earlier. Like I put belt to denim on this one, and it did not stand a chance. And I was just like, yeah, okay, yeah, the Espathra team is cool. Like it triggers all the casual players like fun stuff, but man, if this team isn't good, it's just not good. You're just not doing anything.
Yeah, and everything else, like honestly,
hey, a Sun team.
Yeah, I feel like the good comps are good. I think did you talk about the Blaze?
We did not get to talk about this one, but this is I believe this is this is almost the exact same 6 that won the last BR thing.
And this is a Japanese ladder team that's just gone off. You're using special Blaziken with speed boost, King Gambit as your Defiant Mon and another setup Mon. Just being able to
you're really fast coaching. Like it's just got good balance cores and Baxcalibur, King Gambit does a lot of stuff.
Double core.
I still have a problem with King Gambit Terradark. There's too much Sneasler running around, and the Swords Dance Sneasler punishes the hell out of your Electabuzz now. Like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, you went to Swords Dance and it clicked follow me. Well, if the Sneasler got +2 off its Swords Dance, you're probably dead.
Yeah. And also, like, the +1 defense is really great for the Sneasler as well.
Like, yeah,
Because a
so
lot of
this
team's answer into Sneasler is, like, follow me into Scale Shot, because that usually would pick up. Well, now there's a +1 defense that Scale Shot's not picking up.
You're not OHKOing anymore.
Yeah.
It's a real bad time to be an Ice Dragon or a 4 times weak King Gambit into Sneasler. It's a real bad time to be one of those.
Okay, so with that being said, again, just a reminder, I'll be putting this up probably immediately after we finish recording. We have another ladder tournament on Tuesday evening. It's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern, unless people want it later or earlier. I could do like an hour later, an hour earlier. Do you want me to do an hour later for you? You and
I ended up only being able to play 4 matches of the last one because I needed to take care of some stuff. But I got to play 3 matches, and then someone showed up really, really late, and I was like, oh, I can hop on and let them play against me for 1 match, win or lose. And that win put me second place in the last one. So I personally don't mind it being later. Obviously, Central.
I'll do it 7. Yeah, it's going to be 7. It's going to be 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Tuesday. Join us, have fun. Everyone seems to be really, really loving it. And again, that link, not the link, the code will be in our Discord. And for other stuff, you will also hear about this tournament. I will be putting it out on our Blue Sky account at Littleroot Lessons. You can also follow the 3 hosts individually: Carl at Musical, Carter at Mr. Missouri 25, and myself at Rose Tinted Cheeks. Leave a comment on what new Mega Pokemon you're super interested in using in the upcoming, whether it's ZA, the DLC, or Champions, on our YouTube page, again, Littleroot Lessons, where this video and any other videos that we put out are going to be posted. For a specific poll, are you a Raichu X or Raichu Y person? Me personally, I'm digging X.
I like the Y. I like the Y a lot. Granted,
So
I also had Pokemon Y when we went and did the first thing, so it's just like the Y
I had
that
X,
is always kind of adhered to more what I like. So
yeah. So again, thank you very much, everyone, for watching, tuning in, liking, subscribing, posting, and listening to us ramble about something that happened 2 weeks ago that we didn't cover because I was on a vacation. Bye, everyone.